Hello and welcome into another video, and today's video is a tester, which if you've actually just watched the Zelda one, you're thinking, well, wasn't that the tester? Yeah, it was, and by the entire video, by the time the video was done, I realised I forgot to turn the volume back up, and this is something that, not just the usual tech issues of trying to figure out volume thing, this app, the GBA app itself, actually has different levels of volumes on different games it seems, and Minish Cap is deafeningly loud, so I had to actually turn the internal volume down that my Switch is set to for my PC, because yes, that's like literally how I do this. It's not even a case of that's how I do it for the videos, that's how I use my Switch. Part of getting a capture card was the fact that, oh, I'll be able to do videos again, but also I'll be able to use my fucking PC as my Switch. And for anyone who doesn't know what that means is, my Switch is plugged into the capture card, which is plugged into my PC, and the PC is then plugged into the monitor. So my Switch itself doesn't actually have a dedicated monitor, but because of how it works, I get absolutely no video latency. I might get audio latency, but it's kind of imperceivable in most games. However, it might not be imperceivable when Rhythm Paradise comes out next week. I'll find out that way, because the thing is, Patapon ran like shit for me, unless I use it in handheld mode, and I've got a bad feeling it's going to be the same again. But anyway, all of that's kind of like the housekeeping side of things, which I thankfully went through the phase of deciding not to just like do that in almost every single fucking video, but this one, it's one where the waffle needed to be there. And I've put Mario Advance on as essentially the second tester, because this time with the audio levels, but I've put Mario Advance on because Mario World is one of the all-time greatest fucking platformers, and it's one of those things that I will never ever say never when it comes to memory or anything like that, because I know firsthand how many things can happen to a brain that can cause severe memory issues, and let alone the fact that there's some truly horrible diseases out there. So, like, there's the entire caveat around that. Like, but, and I know I'm the downer for even bringing that up, but the amount of times that I see people do videos like this, and I'm like, well, you think you may never forget that, but shit happens in life. So yeah, this is the one gaming thing that I truly feel I will never forget is all 96 exits, because I played the everything shit out of this game on the Super Nintendo as a child. I found all the exits. I absolutely loved everything about it, and when I found out that it was coming to the Game Boy Advance, and this was already shaping up to be one of my favorite fucking handhelds, but it's like, oh my god, this is the next one. Like, I don't know why they started with Super Mario Bros. 2. I truly do not know why. That really did feel like one of those late in life console things, because usually that is when you get the weirdness. You get the whole, yeah, we're starting to run out of ideas, let's port the weird games now. Let's send Kirby out to usher in the death of the console, you know? But for whatever reason, Super Mario Bros. 2, and it's not a bad game or anything, I'm not like trying to hate on it, it's just I always felt it was a weird decision. I truly did, unless it was a case of they wanted Mario to be there with the console and they didn't want to cannibalize Mario Kart sales, because they thought, well, maybe but even then, Mario Kart obviously has the SNES tracks on it. Like, it's weird. It really is, because Mario World is like one of the be-all end-all greatest games ever. So when this finally came out on the GBA, I was like, oh my god, I cannot fucking wait for this. I haven't played it in years. I immediately just ran straight back into how I used to weirdly speedrun this. Like, my original GBA file, I wish I still had it. Obviously, there'd be no way for you to even see it, because this is a digital version running on a Switch 2. But the GBA version added in a screen where it told you how long it took you to beat the game, and I believe it was 4 minutes and 12 seconds. Was my official beat the game time. Now, there's definitely faster or anything like that, but throughout the entire length of having that cart, my save file will have always said beaten in 4 hours and 12 minutes, because it never actually counted any extra time that you did, and I quite literally did my usual route of I know I don't have it set up here, and I'm now realizing maybe I should have set it up, but basically the level just to my right, you get a secret exit there, you go up in past the ghost house into the warp pipe, and then that takes you to Star World, and then you beat a certain couple of levels of Star World, and then that takes you to the final backdoor entrance of the final castle, Bowser's Lair, and you beat it, and the game rolls credits, and it classes as that's when you beat the game. And upon doing that, I laughed my ass off because I was like, okay, so the fact that I can apparently still do this without having played the game for a very long time is definitely saying something. I wonder if I can remember where all the exits are, knowing fine well that I'm like, well, actually, yeah, I can remember where all the exits are, because literally I'm going through them in order now in my mind. I'm like, okay, so that's where the first one is, and I can either get it via doing a bunch of switches, or if I just fly up at an angle using a cape and a Yoshi, and then doing... I apologize. I would be about to get really badly got. I have only just learned of this term, with a Super Mario World stream, funnily enough. A yump. As in Y-U-M-P. As in a Yoshi jump. As in a jump where you jump off Yoshi in sacrifice. So, if that truly is a thing, then I guess I've used it correctly. And if not, I've really been got. And feel free to laugh because, I mean, if it isn't, I would advocate that it should be a thing. But yeah, it's a case of first level where you get the secret exit. It's like, yeah, if I just do a yump, then I'll be fine. I'll be able to get the exit. And then that takes me up into there and then do this. And then I know there's one in that lake and then I know there's one there and I know there's one in that ghost house. But then that was where the memory was a little fuzzy. It's like, is that the ghost house where I have to do this or that? I'd remembered both of them. I just couldn't remember which order the ghost houses were. So I honestly think the Mario exits are the thing that's going to be locked in for life. Like, this is one of those games that I haven't played it in so long, but if I needed to speedrun it right about now, it's the whole, everyone says, like, the whole gun to the earth type thing. If it was, what's the one game that you feel confident? Like, there's a lot of people who pick things like Mario Kart, which has randomness, so I'd never, or Smash Brothers, which, like, yes, I am good at Smash Brothers, but there's a lot of stipulations for different things. If it's what's one of the single games that you can beat so perfectly well that it's not an issue, like, this has got to be up there for me. It's this, it's Resident Evil 1, it's probably A Link to the Past more than Ocarina, but it would be fucking close. Like, there are definitely a few games that I know fine well I have it, but the fact that I can apparently be this freakishly weirdly good with Mario World all those years later was something that kind of stunned me. And it has actually been a very long time since I've run through it, and I might end up running through it, and I kind of might do the GBA version, because the SNES version is definitely one of the all-time GOATs, and the graphics are 100% better, and I'm pretty sure even the music's better, because like they're washed out on a GBA screen, especially on a GBA screen that obviously wasn't supposed to have a backlight, and now monitors have a backlight, but it added a reason to collect all of the Yoshi coins, like all of the Mario coins, all of the big coins, all of the star coins, whatever they're actually fucking... I can't remember what they are in the original, but I think in this one, the Yoshi coins, and then they turn into Peach coins, and it actually gave you a reason to do it, because it tracked all the levels that you'd done it in, and some levels actually have more than 5, but it was just another, like, nice little compilation thing, where suddenly, yes, they are definitely Yoshi then, nice little compilation thing, where it was like, oh, I genuinely didn't realise that the game was actually tracking that, and this was one of those moments where I didn't ever notice it in the SNES version, so I was like, was that always there? Is that something they've added for the port? And then I found out that yes, it was something that added for the port, and then it was like, well, I've already mastered this game so many fucking times over, but I've never got all of the big coins, because why would I? There was no point. And I had so much fun going through this version that I think, yeah, I think when I actually replay this, it needs to be the fucking GBA version, it really does. But yeah, just a quick one, and hopefully a tester, as I say, and hopefully this even goes up and all goes well. But until next time, I've been Sky Fellowship. I truly do hope you have a great rest of your day. And again, I never do this for engagement or anything, because again, social anxiety. I will most likely never get the chance to read it, and even if I do, I'll probably never reply. But what are the gaming things that you think are completely locked? Like, what's the secret? I know in this case it's technically more than one secret, because I'm saying 96 exits, and I can't actually remember how many of them are secret. I don't know if it's something like this 55, and then there's another bunch added on, which why the hell can't I just do the basic math? 41, you know? I don't know what the actual count is, but I just remember that every single one of these secret exits is locked in there for good, to the point of that there was actually one I was a little confused at. It's one of the later ones. I wish I could remember the name of the fucking level right now, but basically it's a level where if you jump in with a Yoshi, it gives you a chance to collect Yoshi wings, and if you do that, you actually skip the secret exit. And I was on that level, and for the first time on the GBA, and I'm like, this is the one that I'm a little hazy on. Can't really remember it. until I saw the Yoshi wings and I was actually on Yoshi, and straight away I'm like, I'm going to just jump off Yoshi real quick here because I suddenly remember, don't collect those. Why do I remember not to collect those? And sure enough, I walked forward a little bit and I'm like, because I jump up there and that's the secret. There we go, bam. So yeah, what's the game for you? Because for me, this is definitely it. It's the... I don't even remember everything about Ocarina, like all of its secrets. I can't remember where all of its heart pieces are. I probably would with enough time, but this, that like you could show me a screenshot of a level and I'd be able to direct you to the secret exit, you know? So yeah, until next time, bye.